Sabbath day. Are Christians today supposed to observe the Sabbath day? Stick and stay with me as we delve through the scriptures to identify the truth in the scriptures. So, first of all, we have to know the definition of Sabbath. When we say Sabbath, Sabbath simply means a day of rest or holiness. A day of rest or holiness. So, we can clearly see in Genesis chapter 2, verses number 1 to 3, that God rested on the seventh day and he blessed that day and made it holy. So that is the typical example we find in the scriptures, that God created the world with 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested and made that day holy. So right from there, we never find it anywhere in the scriptures until Exodus chapter 16, verses number 22, where God gave the Sabbath to the Israelites. And this Sabbath day was on the seventh day, just as God rested on the seventh day. So these people were supposed to rest on the seventh day of the week. And it was specifically to the Israelites. So this has to prick our mind to the fact that God didn't give the Sabbath rule to Adam and Eve. God didn't give the Sabbath rule to Cain and Abel. God didn't give the Sabbath rule to Noah, but rather it was specifically to the Israelites. That is where we find it in Exodus chapter 16, verses number 22. So in Genesis, we never find it anywhere in Genesis where God gave the Sabbath rule to the patriarch, but we only find it in the Mosaical worship where God gave it specifically to the Israelites. And even with the Israelites, there were other nations around, but God gave the Sabbath rule specifically to the Israelites.